My name is Jeff Heeg, born and raised in a little town called Pittsville, about 15 miles west of here. And I live in a log home. I've been in one for 15 years. I've been to Golden Eagle Log Homes now for 13 years. And in that time, I've sold about 300 log and timber frame homes. So gladly will help you out. You heard the experience we had with Jan and Chris and Zach. I mean, it's lifetimes that we've had in this industry. So we're all here to help any way that we can. I'll be going through today something called the ABCs of buying a log or a timber frame home. And it starts out, a lot of things are pretty elementary, and it gets pretty advanced on some of the other things, but it's just a good guideline to go by, to follow, and I hope it helps out in the endeavor of building the home. What are your reasons? There you go, lifelong dream. Maybe you've been thinking about this since you're a young boy. Like, can I tell a story about this? Sold a home to Jack and Donna Bolts from Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and Jack wouldn't be offended at all that I use his name. He came walking in here one day with this briefcase in his hand, and he says, "Jeff, this is just like going to Disney World." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Ever since I was a little boy in southern Wisconsin, I wanted a log home in northern Wisconsin. You're making my dreams come true." So it was just kind of cool. Made me think of it, and somebody said here about the natural rustic elements, the wilderness settings, relocation, jobs, retirement, you know, where are you going to go? Cozy getaways, you pick your own spot to build. I've heard many people a lot of times, they'll say, "I absolutely love the Smith home, the Jones home, whatever." Why'd they build there? You know what I mean? You're picking your own location. Retirement, relaxation, you deserve it. You worked your whole life for this. You deserve it. Treat yourself. Great investment. They appreciate and value faster. And a family legacy. I'll tell you another story. I wish by some way we knew sometimes how long we were going to be on this good old earth. And what I mean by that is I had a couple in here, probably, I'd say 75 years old, good health, definitely had the means, had a beautiful lot, had the driveway in, the electric in, they were ready to build. And they told me when they were here that they were going to wait about 5 to 7 years to build their house. And that's what I said to them. I said, "We don't know how long we're going to be here. I mean, you look like you're in great health, but we'd have no idea." I said, "If you would build this, just think of the legacy that you would start for your family." So I didn't know, I'm certainly not pushy, but I thought, I wonder if I'll talk to them again when we shook hands and left. They called back in about 2 weeks. They built the home about 6 years ago. Last time I talked to them, they had 2 family weddings there. Wow. They have their Christmases there when they can. Everybody comes home. They're building a family legacy, and you can't put a price tag on that. That's one thing right there. The home is custom designed for you. What that means is all of the years that Golden Eagle has been around, and it's 51 years now, established in 1966, we've never sold the same home twice. So your ideas, if you want to customize, start with one of our plans and customize it, make it bigger, smaller, add a 4 seasons room, build it on a slab, a crawl space, a full basement, all of that stuff can be done. Everything is new, energy efficient appliances and mechanicals, less costly to operate, no repair bills and new warranties. A lot of times if you buy a home, 4, 5, 6 years old home that you bought, most of the times the warranties do not transfer. So you got to be really careful that way. Interest rates are still very low. We got a flyer Friday, 3.75 for fixed 30-year. That's one of the bankers that sent us that email. More affordable to build today. What that's saying is like the whitewood, the 2x6s, 4s, plywood is still down, the prices are low. It's still a good time to build homes. Package considerations. Here are things that we're going to talk about today. And it makes no difference if it's a log, timber, or a hybrid package. We'll talk about log only, shell plus, complete, custom timber, and completely built turnkeys. So the log or the timber only package. It is the least expensive package because it's limited to only logs. Like if you look at this picture here, some of them will come with floor systems, some of them do not. Some of them might be just logs. It rarely includes plans that are complete enough for permits. How could they? There's no roof systems, there's nothing there. How could you have plans? They may expose you to costly architectural fees because there are no plans. You will have to pay that extra money to get everything else done for the snow loads and wind loads and things. I've told you I've been doing this for 13 years, sold a lot of homes. The only time I've ever sold just a log-only package was, excuse me, to a builder that had everything else, but he didn't have the logs. He had access to everything else, so he just went with a log only. They are the most difficult to get financed because there are so many things missing, you know. They're unable to get an estimate for the turnkey cost, and folks, you can't live in these. I mean, it's just logs is what it is. A Shell Plus package. Now the big thing is when you talk complete Shell Plus log-only packages is the terminology from one company to another is different a lot of times, so you have to find out what the companies are talking about. A Shell Plus package is available for log or timber frame homes. It includes most of the exterior items. There, no two Shell packages are the same. It does not include interior finish items. Okay, so we'll look at this beautiful home that we have right here. From Golden Eagle Log Homes, our Shell Plus package would be your roof, your shingles, all of your decks, your covered porches, all of the framework, all of the garages, again, covered porches, decks, everything to make this a weather-tight shell. The only thing that would be included on the inside would be the floor systems and your walls, your partition walls are there, but there is no finish on the inside of the home. That's our Shell Plus package. That's what that is. Now you can take a Shell Plus package and add things to it, or you can take our complete, which is coming up, and delete things out of it. So, but that's our Shell Plus package. It's often confusing to homeowners and bankers because there's no finish for the inside. Where is this coming from? Who's getting this? More difficult to finance than a complete package. Difficult to determine the final build cost because the interiors are missing. And again, you can't live in them. What you have here is a weather-tight shelter, if you want to say, but you cannot live in these. The complete package. This is... We do these shows all across the United States at the different log home shows. And Golden Eagle, this is our claim to fame. We have the most complete package of any log or timber frame company in the United States or Canada. We do not supply just logs or just the shell. We supply cabinets, countertops, sinks, faucets, showers, toilets, whirlpool tubs. We have a true complete package. It's the smartest way to build a log or a timber home. Nearly everything is included and will be provided with a detailed list of what is not included. What that means, just for example, you're building in southern Tennessee. That's a long ways from here, from northwestern Wisconsin or north central Wisconsin. That's a long ways from here. There are things that we will not provide that the builder will down there. And it's more or less common sense things. He'll take care of the concrete. Okay, he'll take care of the insulation. They do that locally. He'll take care of the flooring. The flooring is one of the things that we do not provide. But between us and the builder, for a true turnkey, a livable home, what we don't provide, the builder will on our true turnkey. It's code compliant, engineered and designed for your area. What that means, now we've got the structural membrane of the home. If it's the basement, the floor systems, the roof systems, the walls, we take care of snow loads, wind loads, shear loads, no matter where the home is being built. You're not going to have any more architectural fees in this. Everything is guaranteed to fit. You heard Derek and you heard Chris talk this morning that you're going with a Shell Plus package and then you have to get all of the cabinets for the home. Number one, would you have the time to do that? To go from store to store to store to do it? Seems everybody gets busier and busier in life all the time. Number two, would the things that you're picking out to complete your home fit in your home? Are the companies that you're thinking about buying your cabinets and countertops from used to log homes and used to the way things fit? This way everything is guaranteed to fit, so then it's the most builder friendly and it's the easiest packages to finance because when you're talking to bankers, there's no surprises on where is this coming from, where is this coming from, and folks, these you can live in. It's a finished product. When we get done and the builder gets done, the only two things that you will have to purchase yet on your own would be furniture and appliances. Everything else is there. The custom timber. Okay, it has the same benefits as the complete package. Custom timber, you see many beams that are in here. I should explain that. The difference between a timber frame home and a hybrid or a custom timber home is, and I'm not ripping on timber frame homes, but people always remember this when I say it this way. You've all seen how a pole building is built. where you have, say, a 10 by 10 here, 10 feet down is another one, 10 feet down is another one. That structurally holds up rafters that stretch across. You've all seen how pole beam. That is an easy way of saying how timber frame homes are built. The structure, the shell is all timber, it's structural, it has to be there. Okay, then they fill those in with 2x6 walls or SIPS panels and roofs and systems like that. Beautiful. I absolutely love them. We sell them. Okay, a hybrid home would be a 2x6 conventionally framed wall, most of the time a parallel cord roof system, and then these beams in here like this are non-structural that you can put anywhere that you want on the inside or the outside of the home. That's the difference between a hybrid and a full timber frame home. So, the timber engineering and specifications require taller walls for cathedral ceilings. What that means is, like where you have these big beams on the inside of the home, we usually raise up the center part of your home like 9 or 10 feet so you have the headroom to walk through and can be able to enjoy those beautiful structures, those beautiful beams that you see like that. The interior and exterior timber elements are assumed. So we're thinking that just because we show this on your in our brochures and online, that you will definitely want exterior and interior trim elements to match on your home. But you tell us where you want them because they're non-structural. That's what that's saying. The completely built system. Now, we have our complete package that we just explained. And we have an experienced builder. Now we can provide you, Chris was talking about that, we can provide you names of builders all across the United States. He talked about Dan Truckenbroad, Nationwide Builders with his crews. They go everywhere, okay? Or we can use a builder that you have, that he has built for you in the past and you really have faith in him. You want him to build your home. We pair you up with builders so you have the material package, the experienced builder for a complete turnkey. It typically works best when you start with a complete package, pairs you up with a builder for a turnkey home, least amount of stress, let the professionals handle it. Most of the time, if you're not right there when the home is being built, the builders will send you like weekly or bi-weekly pictures. Here's what progressed this week. Here's how far along we are. Here's the progress that we have done. Latest construction trends and ideas. There's so many new things. Derek touched on a lot of the things here earlier, but there's so many new things, and we'll talk about that in the slides coming. Trends for new homes. Again, timber trusses, like we're showing here. Either it's non-structural or structural. That is a hot ticket right now. A lot of people are really liking these beams, and you can put them anywhere that you want to. Universal design features for aging in place, meaning there's nobody getting any younger. We can show you a lot of ways to save, like right here we show a barrier-free shower. That's got a higher cabinet in it. The middle part of this would open up where if it would be wheelchair accessible, it can certainly do that. 3-foot doors, things like that. First floor master suites. I got pictures of all of these. Walkout finished basements, large garages with bonus rooms above. In-floor heating, there's probably nothing better than stepping out of your shower on the nice warm floors or your bed with warm heated floors. Energy efficiency and sustainability, efficient and multi-use of smaller spaces. So you look at this picture on the top left, they actually kept this wide open between the master bedroom and the master bath. They have no door there at all. They have a barrier-free shower. They got a 3-foot walk-in closet door. They have in-floor heat in this bedroom. This one here shows there is no barrier or there is no step for going into the home from the outside. You can also do that in a garage. You do not need steps from the garage walking into your home. Definitely have the taper of the garage to go away from the building, but that's showing nothing there. These are concrete pavers that make it so easy to walk around, or wheelchair accessibility. Here is a barrier-free shower with a tile. I was talking about the in-floor heat. They also make hot tubs now, or whirlpool tubs that have doors on them where you can go in, shut the door, it's sealed, fill it up. When you're done, let the water out and walk out the door. So there's a lot of different things there. We were talking about walkout basements, and we were talking about slab on grade and full basements. What this slide really means is, what will your lot accommodate? Meaning, I talk to people at shows, I talk to people that walk in here and they tell us, you know, they want a 2,500 square foot home, they want a walkout basement, they want a 4-car garage. They don't own their land yet. They don't know where they're going to build. So they don't jump ahead. Don't design something where you don't own the property or don't know where you're going to build. Maybe your home will not be where you can have a full basement. Maybe it'd have to be on a slab or a crawl space. Maybe there's lot lines where you could not have that huge garage or that huge footprint. That's what that means. What will your lot accommodate? So find that out first on how big it would be. This is a beautiful picture of a walkout basement. You can see you would use that just as much as you would use the first floor or the loft of the home. I'll talk prices per square foot and things like that later, but a good thing to remember, to finish off a basement of a home, you're usually, depending on your options, depending what you do, you're usually around in the $50 to $60 a square foot to finish off a basement. So that's your best bang for the buck, if you want to say it that way. There's your garages with the steps going up to the top, your dormers here so that you have egress windows for escape routes in case you'd have a fire. It also gives you headroom if you'd want to shower up there on the outside wall or the headroom for a bathroom. You could just see opening these garage doors in northern Wisconsin or wherever you're at with snowmobiles and dirt bikes and boats and things. People are building a lot of these these days. Here's an interior picture of that. It's just a nice cozy getaway. Some of them use them for guest homes also. Making use of small spaces. On the top left right there and also here on the right, they call them drop zones. You can just see the hustle and bustle of families, how busy it is in the mornings getting ready for school or getting ready for the bus. These doors here I know open up, they call that their charging station. That's where they have their cell phones and they have their laptop computers and things like that getting ready for the day. Something that's really a hot ticket right now is barn doors. We have many barn doors that you get. Derek was talking about them before. But again, use of small spaces, that is something, folks, you can grab a pencil. I usually give them away too. But the second, what is the first most talked about, the most popular area of a home when it comes to design? Kitchen. What's number 2? And people forget about it too much. That's a big hint. Yeah. Storage. Don't ever, you can never, ever have enough storage. Pantries, things like that. Plan for that. Plan for rooms like that. My wife would say more junk. No, but seriously, plan for storage. Plan for closets. Plan for walk-in closets. Build for your lifestyle. Will your children or grandchildren use this home? Meaning, okay, if I'm designing a retirement home and I know my grandkids are going to come over, do I want them sleeping on the same floor as I am? Do I want them on the other side of the great room with a little separation? Do I want them in the loft? Do I want them in the basement? You know, that's what that means when guests come over and things. Yeah, she said a tent in the yard. There you go. Do you have hobbies or interests that require their own space? Woodworking, scrapbooking, home offices? I sold 2 homes, I'll tell you, that I'll never forget. One of the biggest focal points was a lady had a baby grand piano that she was actually brought over on a boat coming over from Europe, and she needed that up in the loft. So Coffin Construction, a very good builder for us up in Minocqua, Wisconsin, before they put the roof on that home, picked that baby grand up and sat it in her loft. That made the whole house for her. She was so happy. Sold another home. It's kind of a lost art now, but the lady was a quilter. She made quilts with a big quilting rack. All we did is a ranch-style home. We vaulted the ceiling in one of the spare bedrooms, and she used that for a quilting rack. So if there's anything that you have for hobbies or interests that require more space, let us know. Home offices, very, very popular. This one here on the bottom right, seems like a lot of people are getting away from having to work and going to work. They do it a lot at home. Let us know if you want that. We can definitely consolidate that with your plans. Do you entertain often? Do you want a wine cellar or a theater room or an outdoor kitchen, pool lounge? This one here was a home that was sold in New Hampshire. That's a beautiful wine cellar. Don't know if it's enough, but it would be a good start there, I think, on wine. But you could just see the conversations that would go over a long day of work or days, weekends, getting ready for the coming week. Wine cellars you could put in. Theater rooms, I mean, you can almost feel the vibration from the bass that coming out of these big seats that you have there. This one here is a pool pub. There's a bar area on the inside in here. We were talking about covered porches where you could bring a table underneath a covered porch if the weather would get bad. It's got a swimming pool here. This one also has a greenhouse. She loves starting her plants early in the year and then taking those out and then planting them in the garden later. There's your number one focal point. We talked about kitchens. Sometime during the day, you're going to be in that kitchen doing something with conversations, getting something to eat. Very, very happy and proud to say that Golden Eagle provides basically everything that you're going to see right there except for the furniture and appliances. Between us and the builder, it would be all taken care of. This has got some really cool stuff. It's got a nice log arch. This has got the chinking cosmetic look, the wider chinking on it. Beautiful hickory cabinets that Derek designed. Again, you heard him say, or Chris say, he's an award-winning designer. He's as good as they get in the industry right there. This has a granite countertop on it, that cultured stone on the back, hickory flooring. It's just a beautiful home. Would you enjoy a screen porch, a 3-seasons room, or a 4-seasons room? So, you walk out that door, you want to enjoy the outside. The first starting point would be to build a deck. Okay? You put a roof on that, you have a covered porch. You screen that in, you have a screen porch. You add windows to that, now you have a 3-seasons room. Those are all built with a 5-quarter decking like that you see right here. Okay, 5-quarter like decking material. And then if you put windows on it and open it up to your home, you have a 4-seasons room, and this would be taxed just like the rest of your home. But boy, these are about as cozy as it can be to looking outside. I mean, you could just picture deer walking through and turkeys or whatever it is. It's so close to being outside. And Derek talked about mosquitoes. We have that sun space that you can use. I mean, it gives you that much longer in the spring and the fall of the year to be able to enjoy your beautiful homes. This is a very unique picture right here. Every one of these pictures is based off of our standard North Carolina plan. It's got a really cool octagon bump out room, octagon bump out room, octagon bump out room. Same basic island that you see here. And how much drywall would you like in your home, for example? Or how much tongue and groove, or how much log would you want? This one has drywall in the entire gable up here above our beautiful stock Homecrest cabinets. It's got square or rectangular beams in here that are non-structural. You look at this one here, there's no beams here, and they have tongue and groove on the gable. And this one here shows a lot of the non-structural beams that are more the log look. So great picture because it's the same home, the same design with different features that you can put into that same design. How large does your garage need to be? Storage areas for recreational toys. I hate to see it when you see somebody that builds a new home and then about 3 weeks later you see that his boat and his four-wheeler are outside of his garage. It doesn't cost that much more to add a bay or two to your garage so that you have the extra space for your toys, if you want to say. What these two pictures on the top show, that is the drive-in or the first floor of the, coming in from the outside. These both have span-crete concrete on them, whereas very, very nice. There's big double doors where you can bring your four-wheelers and dirt bikes and boats and snowmobiles right in underneath the garage. That is very popular right now with the span-crete. Design considerations. When you're designing your home, you got to take in mind where you're going to have your furniture, your TVs, your piano, taxidermy, artwork. Tell you a few cute stories about that is placement of furniture and TVs. Where are you going to put your big screen TV? They seem like they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. You don't want it in front of here blocking this view. That's why you see it on the side. They wanted this grandfather's clock designed for that corner. It's right there. These people did not want people standing in front and blocking their view, so they put porches and covered porches and decks on each side of the great room. You could walk out on the sides, so it did not block the view. Taxidermy. There's a lot of people that goes hand in hand with the log and timber frame homes. Remember that the sun can affect the hides of capes of animals, so keep that in mind. Functionality of windows and doors. You want the home designed so you can get the optimum for passive solar coming in, so you can get all of the views and things that you would like. Builders will meet you on sites and help you with that, on where to put it on your property. Covenants, size and height restrictions, external features and colors. Very, very important. You buy in a subdivision and a lot of times they'll have covenants as far as a home has to be a minimum square footage and it can't be bigger than this. Like it's got to be a minimum of a 1,200 square foot footprint and it can't be bigger than 2,400 square feet footprint. Make sure you know that. Almost everywhere you build, they have a height restriction, so it's not blocking views of people behind and for structural integrity of homes. Sometimes they have covenants on what colors you can use and what finishes you can use on the outside. So if you're buying in a subdivision, find out what the covenants are. Traffic patterns, what that means is, think of your home when you're walking in from your garage and you go into, say, your mudroom / laundry room, and then jeepers, pantry way on the other side, kitchen way on the other side. Design, think of where you want things set up in your home for your traffic patterns of how you are going to use that home. That's what that is, just to remind you of that. Getting started. Okay, visit and compare, things to consider. If I was in your shoes and I was thinking of building a log or timber frame home, I would go to every log home timber frame company that I could. And you're going to find that there's not one that has a showroom like Golden Eagle has here. This is like a gem for us right here where people can come in and pick out what they need. But I would go to every one of them and I would check. A lot of them have beautiful models. Beautiful. There's some great companies out there also. But I would ask them things like, how long have you been in business? This is our 51st year we've been in business. Do you have a long list of happy customers? We can show you testimonials and things that we have online. Can you tour their homes? We have the beautiful Double Eagle Deluxe model here. We also have in the fall of the year every year, and you guys will get flyers on that, we have a fall bus tour of homes where we have a Super Saturday event like this on a Saturday. Most people stay overnight, and then Sunday morning you come back, and including our model, you'll see 5 log and timber frame homes in one day. Walking in and out of them. We used to try to do this on one day and it was too much. Could you imagine being in all these seminars and then getting on buses and going seeing homes? It was too much. You're on overload. So ask them if they have homes that they can tour. Have they done projects similar to your home? Or are they a cookie cutter company where they'll give you like 15 choices and that's it? We've never sold the same home twice, and you can always relate back to that. Very important, package payment terms. Make sure that you know when the companies need to be paid for their materials. At Golden Eagle, we get a 10% down payment with a signed contract. On your first delivery, we get 50% of the material package, and on the rough end of delivery, we get 40%. So it's a 10, 50, 40. Very, very important that you tell the bankers that so they know how the money is allotted for the payments. Learn how they operate in manufacturing facilities. What this means is, do they kiln dry their own logs? Do they mill their own logs? Or do they outsource every bit of it? Are they controlling it or is somebody else? That's what that means. Model homes and existing homes, showrooms like we have here, and did they go to the log and timber shows? Some of you guys might have seen us at the shows. We go to as many as we can across the United States, which is kind of cool. I like doing this. I should have did it right away. Raise your hand when I call you. Who's from Wisconsin here? There you go, which you'd think. How many from Minnesota? There you go. How many from Illinois? How many from Ohio? Well, I know that's what made me think of it. I remember meeting those guys at the Columbus show. I think there's people here from Missouri. There you go. Colorado? No. Any other state I missed? I'm sorry. Delaware. Delaware. There you go. Iowa. There you go. We'll take pencils, all of you, for that. No, we see you guys at the shows. We're always there. We're in all of the magazines, all of that also. Ballpark pricing and total turnkey. I had people asking me about pricing. How do you do that? This will explain it the way we go about it. What is your style? Understated, luxury, or a mixture of both? It has a large impact on your final cost. What that's trying to say is, if I was playing a game of poker against you and we're thinking about designing your home, I wouldn't expect you to tell me you got a royal straight flush, but I would expect you to tell me you got a good 4 of a kind. What I'm saying is, the more you can let us know what your options are, Do you want granite and tile and a 4-car garage and a bonus room above that garage with a walkout basement? Or are you happy with just a little getaway? You know, laminate countertops, carpet flooring, things like that. Let us know. The more you let us know, the more accurate we can get on the ballparking for this home, okay? Can I estimate based on package price or square footage? Yes, yes. What that means is you'll see on our website, we show a multiplier on there. Okay? We are a material provider, okay? So let's just say that the package price was $100,000 for the material. You'll see on our website, we show a span in there of 2.2 to 3.3 to build the home. So wherever you're building in the United States, we have builders there. We've contacted them. We found out from them how much it costs to build in Delaware or Ohio or Iowa or Colorado or New York. And we have different multipliers for those states. I know here in Wisconsin, it's very sandy soil where we are right here. A lot of potatoes and cranberries, this part of the state. And the multiplier that we use is 2.5 for building here. So what that's saying, your package price is $100,000. That's what you would pay to Golden Eagle for the materials. The multiplier of 2.5 is $250,000, or $150,000 would go to the builder to build the home. Whatever we don't include, the builder will, for a total turnkey for you. Discussions with the builders. What are things that I should talk about with the builder when I'm talking about, having him build my home? What are the construction site costs? Now he has plans, he'll be able to go through that with you. How far do you need to run laterals for gas and electric? That's meaning that that builder that you're using is probably built in that area, or he knows people that have built in that area. They know what the prices are for lateral, for the footage of bringing in gas and electric. Types of septic systems, they would know in that area. If there's city water and sewer, if you need a mound system, conventional, holding tanks. Type of HVAC, they can all be built with radiant in-floor heat, forced air, geothermal. Types of water, they would know if it's city, well, portable water. They would be able to help you out with all of that. Shipping and construction, approval, final details of home finishes. What this means is you all heard Derek give his very good presentation right away. Let's just say that your package of material is $100,000 and you have our base cabinets in there, that home, and when you come in, and I'll just make this quick, but you come in and you upgrade your cabinets $5,000, okay? Now your contract would be $105,000. So you finalize which sinks, which faucets, which showers, which toilets, which whirlpool tubs, and you would get a final contract finalized. And then you can have a finalized contract with a builder because he knows if you're putting tile showers in or if you're fiberglass surrounds or what you're doing there. You close on your construction mortgage with a bank because the bank knows what is included and who's providing it, and you are the builder schedule the deliveries. That's so important. Some companies will call you up and say, we're delivering your home October 15th, and they deliver everything. And they leave, okay? What we do is we deliver it when the builder and when the homeowner wants that sent to your home. Chris talked about that. So you'll get floor systems, wall systems, gables, roof systems, windows, doors. Then you start getting your interior things. Begin construction. Review, okay? We're just about to the end here. Review. Decide what you need in your package, okay? Do you like timber? Do you like hybrid? Do you like half log, quarter log, full log? What do you want for windows, your home's design features? What do you want? Is it on a slab, a crawl space, a full basement? Think about those, reviewing that way. Get to know the log and timber homes companies and how to get started. So each one of them will tell you different ways of getting started in the process. I'll tell you, I've done this for a lot of years. I sold a lot of homes there. I don't think there's any better feeling. Jan would attest to it. All the other salesmen would attest to it. You meet them at their home. You have conversations with them later, and it starts with a handshake or a hug. They're happy. It's a good process. It's a fun process to go through. There you go. A lot of fun if properly guided. So that is the ABCs of building a Golden Eagle log home. I hope it answered a lot of your questions. I like to try to have fun with it. And so thank you very much, you guys. Yeah.